All right, welcome to our NNU National Distance Learning Week live interviews. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk to some people here at NNU that you may know, you may not know, get a little bit more information on them, and ask them a few questions about their experience with distance learning. So really diving into the impact that it's had and how it's shaped, again, what they do, right, and how they view the future of education. So with me today, I have Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Hello.
So Crystal, just start off by giving us a little bit of information about yourself, your background and things like that, especially for those people that may not necessarily know who you are.
Okay. I'm Crystal Nielsen. I am the Title III Activity Director and Instructional Designer. I've been with NNU for a little less than a month, but I was here for 8 years prior. I was the instructional technologist from 2004 to 2012, where I provided training and support on Blackboard and then Angel. Then I went to Boise State for 4 years, where I was an online instructional designer, and I coordinated a professional development program for faculty. And I kept praying about coming back to Christian higher ed, so here I am, and I'm very happy to be here.
Excellent. We're happy to have you back.
Thank you.
Awesome. So you said instructional design, right? So you've done a lot with, especially with your time at Boise State, with the understanding of distance learning. So can you tell me a little bit about your thoughts on distance learning? So what do you feel its place is in education? How do you see it maturing over time as we continue to, push the boundaries of what we can do as far as education and who we can educate, right? Where we can reach them at and different things like that. So what are your thoughts and feelings about that?
Obviously, distance learning has been growing. There's an annual study by the Babson Group that comes out every year, and it shows that distance learning keeps on growing and growing nationwide. Obviously, it provides an opportunity for those who might not otherwise be able to come to campus to be able to take courses. I think maybe a single mom in Minidoka who cannot come to campus and uproot her life, but she can start taking the NNU online courses to get a degree and then further her career. Or you've got your campus-based students who maybe they're on the debate team or they're in athletics and they can't quite get all those courses right into their schedule. But if they take an online course, then they can work at a time that's convenient to them, but it still gives them the opportunity to get a rich, robust education, no matter the topic.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Excellent. So you're talking about it's bridging that gap, right, that we have in
Yes.
education sometimes from, again, whether it's economic, whether it's demographic, right, whether it's based on location, and geographical, however you want to look at that. Again, distance learning has allowed us to really bridge that gap for people, right? You mentioned this single mom and the student here on campus, right? So we know it doesn't just serve one specific purpose. It's not it's just not a specific track focus, right?
Right. Definitely.
Excellent. I love that. It makes you feel that we're walking into something here that is a little bit bigger than ourselves, right? In a way, which is really powerful. Okay, so your role here now at NNU deals primarily with distance learning. Can you kind of shed some information or highlight a little bit about what you're currently doing here?
Yes. So online instructional design is my niche here, and I recently attended a conference where a colleague expressed very well, I think, what our role is as instructional designers. Faculty are the experts in their discipline, whether it's political science or math or English. And the role of an instructional designer is to come alongside and help structure the course for online. If you're teaching a face-to-face course, you have a door to your classroom, you have a floor with desks, and you have windows, maybe, and a certain place for the teaching station. And, you know, when students come into the classroom, oh, that's where I'm going to go sit down, and if I look up here, then I'm going to see the teacher. How does that work for online? Well, you are the person teaching in that classroom. I'm the one helping you put it together to make sure you have the door, the seats, the teaching station, all of those kinds of things. So I have some expertise in pedagogy or andragogy. For me personally, and actually for most instructional designers that I know, I'm a lifelong learner. So I love to soak up information about political science and English and all of that. But you are the expert, and I'm your assistant coming along to collaborate.
I love that. It was a great picture that you painted there of having this understanding of we have a brick and mortar, right? That traditional face-to-face classroom where teachers come, students come, we learn, we disseminate, we share ideas, we collaborate, we do those things. But I think teachers too need, professors especially, people, education in general, let's just make it a general statement, need to understand that the virtual classroom or that distance classroom, online classroom, right? Insert whatever you want to call it there, runs the same way, right? It is, you have to have that virtual door, you have to have the seats, you have to have all of that. That was a wonderful picture that you painted there. I really like that. I really like that.
I can't say it's original, but I'm stealing it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But that's where I can also help. I have a little bit of expertise in copyright and accessibility, so I can come alongside you as a faculty member with that and help you meet those federal guidelines.
See, and that is such a necessary skill as we start moving forward, especially when we're talking about compliance, right? We're talking about what work is mine, what do I own, what do I not own, how do I use this? If I want to insert this right into my classroom, what are the steps in which I need to do that? Can I use specific information in my presentation? And then how do I cite that, adequately? Because again, like you mentioned, professors are the experts in the classroom, and students are going to glean information from, how they present the information, right? What it is that's shown on their presentations or however that works, what type of materials they're using, how they are giving credit back to those sources. So I love that you brought that up. It's such a powerful piece too that I think we lose a little bit every once in a while of what those really foundational pillars are that we have to remember, especially at an institution of higher education, right? I'm not saying that K-12 can get away with a little bit more, but I think where we are, right, we have to definitely be on a little more. Right. Excellent. Well, Crystal, I thank you so much for your time. I seriously so appreciate all of it. Super excited about what you're doing here, and all of the great things that are going to come out, not only of you being on campus. By the way, would you want to explain to everybody where you are, and just in case people don't know? Sure.
I am in the Leah Peterson Learning Commons. That's a tongue twister. In the NNU Online and Instructional Design Services office. So we're down the hallway from the library folks, and I love to visit with people. I love being in this building because I think it's terrific to be able to go out and see the students. I see students out there all the time collaborating with each other and faculty working with them, and they're in their group rooms, and it's a great place to see all of that action happening. But giving the plug here, I can also help faculty make that interaction happen online in your course. So that's what I'm here for.
Excellent, excellent. Hey, Crystal, again, thank you so much for your time. I so appreciate it. So everybody watching, it's Crystal Nielsen. She is the instructional designer for NNU Online. You can find her in the Leah Peterson Learning Commons. She is amazing. Definitely. If you have questions in that field, go seek her out. She is awesome. So thanks so much for taking the time to check us out. Hope to talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.